Welcome back to the Mountain Morning Show, where Coach Tony Pelegrin continues to join us here with the wrestlers of Park City High School. I'm excited to invite a few new ones here. So we've got James Shagan sitting next to me right here, and then next to him, Kiefer Maples, both juniors, and then freshman Paul Baines and Jake DeLeo right down there. Welcome, guys. Great to have you here. Talk about, for just a moment, Coach, these young people that I have in front of me. These are your future wrestlers right here, the ones that are going to take you, up to state again. So talk about that.
Actually, we have two that are going to be junior, or that are juniors will be my seniors next year, and then I have two of the freshmen which represent actually the first year wrestlers that I've had. So
wow.
It'll be good. So these the guys that are next to you will be the guys that are leading the team next year, and showing showing the kids and representing from a leadership standpoint. The other kids are the ones that are going to be recruiting and hopefully pulling up extra kids for the team next year.
I imagine given the group that you have, very cool kids, all of you. So far, everybody we met, I'm very impressed. Pretty likely they're going to help you recruit some more great athletes. I would think that seems like a foregone conclusion. And
that's what happens. I mean, because of like what we said in the last episode, we compete with skiing, so the word of mouth is the way that we get the kids on to coaching. I mean, some of the kids will come out. I mean, you can talk to the new kids that have come out for the first year, how they like the sport. So right. They come in and they go out on the mat, and even it's a tough sport, and they, the first couple matches they get beat up and run around and abused basically to one degree or another. But they come out, they come back and with some determination to make it through the next match, or again, it starts small, win the first period, and then win a match. Yeah, you win something, and suddenly you start to feel like, hey, this is something I could do. This is something that's important to me. That first win makes a big difference. It's a long 6 minutes. Yeah, for sure. Jake, talk about that for a minute. You kind of seem to, I get an impression that have you been beaten down a little bit at the outset?
My first tournament was pretty hard. The 6 minutes was tiring.
Yeah.
I wanted to quit after my first tournament because I got beat so bad.
But you found something inside, man, that really switched things up, because you got a whole lot of wins under your belt now.
Yeah.
Talk about that.
My favorite move, the barbed wire.
The barbed wire.
Yeah, it helped me out a lot.
Where does the barbed wire come from? Is it a Colville thing? Where are you from?
No, it's just the name of it.
Just the name.
Okay, this is like a typical one that I just don't know about. Yeah. Okay, that's good.
Yeah, and then it just motivated me to try harder in practice.
Yeah.
And just to get better, and then go back and show those kids that I'm not going to get pushed around anymore.
And 24 wins, is that right?
Yeah.
Wow, that's impressive. All right, well, you found it inside, man. I think that there's an awful lot of wrestling that comes from in here, right?
Oh, yeah.
The strength is one thing, but the heart is the bigger part, I suppose. Paul, let's talk about that with you a little bit. What has your experience been so far as a freshman?
I had a great experience this year. Originally, I joined wrestling just to stay fit for football, but then after I started wrestling, I really just fell in love with the sport, and I'm definitely going to do it next year and the year after, and hopefully until my senior year, just because I like it so much, and I think it's just a great sport. It's keeping me tough and mentally tough.
Has it helped you with your football game as well then?
Yeah, I think it will. Definitely keeping me more fit, so just better endurance and keeping me stronger. Because if I wasn't wrestling, don't know what else I'd be doing.
And I bet the football team's excited to have you. 18 wins in wrestling, that says something.
Yeah.
What position do you play football?
Gonna try to play receiver and cornerback this year. So,
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, being mentally tough, that's an important position to be mentally tough in.
Yep.
All right.
Balance also.
Yeah, a lot of balance. That's an important part of it. I'm sure you're going to be pulling down some balls, which is awesome. I'm excited for that. All right, we switched to Kiefer for a minute here. So you're going to be a senior next year.
Yep.
I kind of get the impression you're kind of a leader. Would I be wrong to say that?
You're not wrong.
Yeah, you're looking to take down the leadership role, aren't you?
Yeah, I've had several leadership opportunities in my life.
Okay, so you're looking to maybe be captain of the team, something like that next year. Talk about what you hope to bring. coming up this next season?
I hope to bring, just like we've been talking down the line, I really hope to recruit more wrestlers because it's really hard for a small team because we're pretty small compared to other teams. Other teams have about 45 and close to that, and we only have
A little deeper.
Yeah, a lot. And with so many wrestlers, there are different weight classes where you can wrestle your own weight class. And our small team, it's hard because sometimes, like I will have to wrestle Jacob because he doesn't have anybody to wrestle, and it's tough. But
Yeah.
hoping to bring more wrestlers on the team.
Well, I imagine you'll be doing that. You're a stand-up guy, so I always think, and I'm sure Coach agrees with this. You bring in good people, they bring in more good guys. All right, we finally turn down here to James Shagan. So James, what's your year been like, and what do you expect out of yourself for next year?
Well, my year's been it's been rough.
Yeah.
Just like the commitment to wrestling. It's every day, 2 hours a day. Fridays, 6 hours.
Yeah.
Saturdays, pretty much all day.
Support at home though. You got a supportive home.
And like, it really took away from my soccer. Soccer's
Yeah.
my main sport. Trying to stay fit, just like Paul.
Yep.
And I mean, it's good for me, but I'd rather be at soccer most of the time.
Yeah.
So I kind of get
A little hard this time of year though.
So I kind of get down on myself.
Yeah.
But then like I think like I have to do this, and I mean I did okay this year. I lost to Cameron in the 7-8 match to go to state because we were in the same weight class.
Wow.
That was pretty rough.
Yeah. Does it motivate you? Are you motivated for this to do more? What are you thinking?
Not really, to be honest.
Yeah? Hey, at least you're honest. I mean, that's good.
I don't know. I have second thoughts all the time.
Yeah?
But definitely gonna wrestle next year. Just see what happens.
I think that's an important thing. You know, I've said this to my own kids. It's one thing to wonder. It's another to try and find out.
Yeah.
Right? You got to know what you're, either what you're after or what you're giving up. One of the two, right? So I'm looking forward to see what happens with you next year. We're checking in with him. This is an important one, I think. I think it's going to make you a better soccer player for sure.
Yeah, it did, actually. It helps me with my physical play.
Yeah.
I'm small to begin with.
Right.
So I have to make up with it with physical play and technical ability, so it helps me
Being
with all
small
that.
and scrappy is a good thing, right? That's
There you go.
me too. Yeah, I like that. All right, well, I want to thank you guys so very much for being here. This is you got a good organization set up here. I can see this. The future looks very bright, doesn't it?
I think it has help. I mean, we needed support from the community and support from the school. Would be significant. But yeah, from the group of kids that I have, I haven't had any complaints.
Well, I hope that we can get some people down to UVU. When are you guys competing?
Wrestling starts at 1 o'clock, and then he'll be one of the or Cameron will be one of the first wrestlers because they start at 1:06.
Okay.
So he'll be one of the first kids up.
All right, well, let's get some people down there at noon, down to UVU to support the Park City Miners wrestling team. We sure had fun talking to them here in studio. They need your support, though, so it's time to get out and help out the team. It's our team right here at Park City Miners Wrestling. Thank you guys so very much for being
Thank
here.
you.
I really enjoyed it.
Thank you.
We've got a lot more coming up here on the Mountain Morning Show as we wrap up. We've got quite a little bit left, actually, so hang in there. There's a lot coming up after these messages right here on Park City Television.